What's good, YouTube? Carfight King here, Aqua Life baby. You already know how it is. So yes, I'm back. I graduated college, University of Maryland, College Park. Go Terps! Got my ring and all, so I got my degree. Done with school. Real life kicks in. But for this video, I wanted to bring you guys for this channel my Dragon Ball Super deck, my main man Broly. It's one of my top 3 favorite characters from the Dragon Ball universe. So Dragon Ball Super has been my main game for quite a while now. Vanguard, I'll make another video about Vanguard and whatnot, but I'm not going to be investing in Vanguard until the end of August when the Aqua Force set comes out. I'm still going to be involved in the game, but I don't like anything that's coming out or that's out now, whatever it is, until then. There's that. But I wanted to get you, get this channel started on the Dragon Ball Super. I know a lot of you other guys have asked me to bring some Dragon Ball Super content, so here it is. This game is great. It's blown up. All the major card stores and whatnot, PPG and everything picked it up. It's fantastic, and I'm glad to see this game being grown. It's the biggest game in my area right now, anyways. So if you guys want to learn how to play, so that you play Vanguard, and I hope you guys will get interested in this game because this game is fantastic. Every game is it's a struggle. It's a lot of interaction, and it's very deep between deck building and gameplay. If you want to get into it, they have a app that you can download. Go ahead and download the app. It'll teach you how to play. But if you guys have any questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them or make a video. And I'm going to be making a lot more Dragon Ball Super content for the channel as well. So, let's get on with my Broly deck. So, Broly is my leader. Now, the object of the whole Broly deck is he's like a slow-moving tank. Basically, you want to destroy your opponent's hand, so to speak, and then move in for the kill. So that's kind of what it is. But, you also want to play more it's more of a control-y type of deck. Destroy the hand, get rid of the field, keep everything low and controlled. So what he does is that he cannot attack an opponent's leader, and when he attacks, you and your opponent discard a card. When you awaken, same thing, can't attack a leader. When he attacks, you draw a card. Both you and your opponent then discard a card and kill a card off each other's board. But this deck has ways to definitely alleviate his ability to neg you. And we're going to get into that right now. So for the 1-drops, Time's Judgment, just your basic negate. I play the black negate over the green one, Full Power Energy. Because I get to ditch, useless cards like Extra Broly's Ring and whatnot, and then I can bring it back to my hand after I negate something. So I'm playing that right now, but I will sideboard Full Power Energies, especially when you play against Jiren decks and whatnot. I've come to realize, sadly. 4 copies of Bridge to the Future Trunks. Really strong card for this deck. This deck is mostly made up of Saiyans. So when you drop him, you look at up to 2 cards on top of your deck, grab a Saiyan, send the rest to the drop zone. So it says up to, so you can pick up 1, and if that's the Saiyan card you want, hey, add it to your hand. You don't have to discard get anything, but he does help fuel your overall. 4 copies of 1-drop Broly, Dawn of Rampage. So this starts off the Broly package, and so what he does is he searches the top 7 cards of your deck for a Broly card and adds it to your hand. But basically a Broly battle card, so to speak. So definitely want to play him. And then 4 copies of Broly's Ring to finish off the ones. This is the field card that you need for this deck. So what this card does is that it prevents you from having the discard due to your leader Broly's ability. So definitely the field card you want to search for. You want to open up with this card. So a lot of people have this strategy of hard mulliganing for it and whatnot. But there's another card that you can play that it works, but it's not that great, but it gets you your ring. Alright, so moving on to the 2s. We have 2 copies of Bundle of Curiosity Goku. Just a 2-drop draw card. Basically a 1-for-1. 3 copies of Paragus. So what Paragus does is Paragus, when you play him for 2, you discard a card from your hand, and then you grab a Broly's Ring from your deck and you put it into play. I don't like the fact you have to discard a card early game, but you do need to get this card onto the board as soon as possible so that you can start swinging with your leader without negging yourself. So there's that. Otherwise, he's just energy or combo fodder. 4 copies of Baby Girl Khalifa. So this is what starts off possibly the best engine in the game, but such a staple engine for Broly, which is the Veggie package. So what she does is that your battle cards cannot be KO'd by your opponents or by your own skills, and you can't. Your battle cards can't be put into the drop area by your own skills as well, and so that's really powerful because Broly's flip side forces you to kill a card on your board. So you can just choose. So basically what it is just, you can just choose her and, she doesn't, nothing gets KO'd. So you don't kill yourself, you're bored with his ability. And so with Khalifa and Broly's ring combined, you just draw a card and you kill a card from your opponent's hand and their board. So essentially you kind of go, I think you go generally +3. Plus, draw 1, kill 1 from the hand and board on your opponent's side. It's essentially a +3. So really, really strong combo. And these are, so she's very important to get onto the board. And so the other thing is that when you play her, you take a card from your life, which helps Broly awaken faster. So you can get to this side, so you can start, start with your field control outside of your hand control as well. So definitely a strong card in that regard. Then you gotta play her boy Kaba. So Kaba, when you play him, you search the top 10 for a Kale or a Khalifa, and if you find Khalifa, you get to play her for free. Plus, Kale and Khalifa in your hand are reduced by 1. So their specific green cost is reduced by 1. So their specific cost is just a little bubble here, what you have to pay for them. So essentially, you can make her, if you have 2 on the board, you make her a free card. Otherwise, 1 on the board makes her a 1 drop in your hand. Definitely good. Definitely great to stack multiple of these on the board. Your opponents will definitely try to get rid of your Kabas so that you can't play a cheap Kale. We'll get to Kale in a minute. And then 4 super combos. Literally, you play these when you're at 4 life or less. You just combo it and you get 10k and you draw a card. Just a staple. You want to play 4 of these. They're kind of like G Guardians, so to speak, for those of you who play Vanguard. So on to the 3 drops, and I'm going to keep Kaba and Khalifa here to show you guys the whole engine. So 3 drops. We got 2 Time Patrol Trunks. Trunks is basically just look at the top 2 cards, add 1 to hand, then choose whether to put 1 at the top or bottom. Just good for filtering. 3 copies of my boy, Endless Evolution. Broly, love this card. So when you play him, your opponent has to choose a card on their board to pop. And then after that, he has an ability where he reduces the evolve cost by 2. So and that's a specific green cost, which is pretty good as well. But you'll see more things with him later. Then we have 4 copies of my beautiful baby girl Kale. So what Kale does is what Kale does, go ahead, do your thing. So what Kale does is that when she comes out, you choose 1 of your cards, blow it up, and then you choose battle cards on your opponent's board whose total cost adds up to 5, and you blow them up. She also has critical, and when she swings, if you have 5 or less cards in your hand, you get to draw a card. Now, combined with her, when you play her, you don't blow any. First off, you don't blow anything up, which is great. So all you do is neg your opponent's board, and then Kaba in your hand reduces this to a 3 cost instead of her being a 4. So just fantastic in general, just great. And basically these 3 make up the Veggie package. So it's the 12 card Veggie package, but they're essential for Broly decks, competitive decks anyways. Then I'm playing 1 copy of the Unstoppable Horror Broly. Yes, the same art, so to speak, just different backgrounds. I don't like this card, really. He's 15k, 4 drop with double strike. You can evolve him for 2, and obviously if you have the 3 drop Broly, you evolve him for 1, but he's 15k, 4 drop with double strike, and his ability is when you evolve into him, you blow up a card. Otherwise, he's useless, so I'm definitely going to find something else to play over him, and I think I do have an idea, but we'll see. 1 copy of Trunks Power Overseeing Time. I like this card a lot. So for Overrealm 4, And you pay 2. You bring him out. You grab a card from your warp, add it to your hand. He's 20k with double strike. Simple, really, really strong card. But he's good at getting you like your super combos back, maybe getting a clutch Kale back or something like that. So really strong late game, decent mid game. We have the 5-drop Broly, Bio Broly. I don't really like him a lot. He's okay. So he's a 5-drop, but he evolves for 4. Broly reduces him, makes him a 2 evolve. And when you evolve into him, your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and discards it. And he has double strike. So 20k double strike, pretty cool. But his ability only works when you evolve into him. And a lot of times your opponent's not going to try let you keep your Broly engine going, so you're going to do your evolves and whatnot. And the fact that they don't have barrier means it's a little bit more risky. But again, you play to what the deck does, which is hand destruction and control. But then you play my boy. Oh, this is my... I love this card. I need to get 2 more SPRs of it, which is this art. But this is Broly the Rampaging Horror. So what he does is when you drop him, so he's 30k with double strike. When you drop him, your opponent you choose 2 cards in your opponent's hand at random, and you discard them. Simple, easy, great. He evolves for 5, but again, on that 3-drop Broly, he evolves for 3, and you can play him you can play him as early as turn 4. So definitely a strong card. He's basically the boss monster, the ace of the deck, so to speak. But then you have the other guy who's kind of like a secret ace, Scientist Fu. So what Scientist Fu does is that when you play him for Overwhelm 7, tap 1, you just draw 2 cards, and he has double strike, 25k with double strike. He's really just a game ender, nothing more, nothing less. Just a game ender, surprised after you comboed out and did what you need to do. You got your 1 life, you're trying to go in for game when your opponent's at 2 life or 1. Tap your 1, play Fu, draw 2 cards, swing with him, and hopefully the cards that you drew into, you can just throw down for combo power and close out the game. He did that for me quite a few times. And I was playing 2 of him, but I reduced him to 1, but I think I might go back up to 2. And I think I'm definitely going to be putting in 4 of him again and reducing Bio Broly, because I'm not a big fan of him at all. But that's the deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that deck. I will be making constant improvements and tweaks to this deck. Again, this game is really deep. The meta is changing a lot. The decks are changing. We have side decks. I don't have a side deck for this deck yet. Again, I'm just getting back into playing cards and whatnot because I had to focus on graduating from college. So there's that. But yeah, I have 2 more decks to upload. I got a yellow Ape deck, and I have my Universe 2 Ribrianne deck, Brienne de Chateau, from Universe 2. So I have all that. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's Cardfight King, and I'm out. Peace.